Millions of immigrants across the United States are waking up to a new reality. For the first time in decades, even green card holders are no longer fully protected. This isn't just another policy update, it's a historic shift that will reshape America's immigration system for generations to come. In a rare moment of unity, both Democrats and Republicans have come together to pass a bipartisan immigration reform package. Lawmakers call it a balanced approach, rewarding those who contribute to society while enforcing tougher penalties on those who break the law. Under the new rules, all non-citizens, whether here on a student visa, work permit, or green card, now fall under one single enforcement category. This means everyone who isn't a U.S. citizen will face the same level of federal scrutiny. One of the most controversial parts of this law focuses on DUI offenses, driving under the influence. Before, deportation was usually reserved for serious or repeated crimes. Now, even one DUI conviction, or simply admitting to DUI-related behavior, can trigger deportation. It doesn't matter if your state treats it as a minor misdemeanor. At the federal level, it's now considered a deportable offense. Just one mistake could cost you your visa, work permit, or green card. Lawmakers say this change is about public safety. They argue that DUI-related incidents often cause tragic, preventable losses, and immigrants must meet the highest behavioral standards possible. A law also expands what's called grounds for inadmissibility. Anyone convicted of or even admitting to a DUI can now be blocked from entering the United States. For those already living here, it could stop them from renewing visas or applying for citizenship. Immigration attorneys are warning that this rule could destroy the dreams of many families who have lived peacefully in America for years, people with no other criminal history at all. This reform also introduces the toughest deportation standards ever. From now on, any non-citizen convicted of a DUI can be placed in deportation proceedings, no matter how their state classifies the offense. Federal immigration authorities now override state definitions. Even if your state sees your DUI as a minor violation, it's still a deportable crime at the federal level. In simple words, a green card is no longer a lifetime guarantee of safety. The law also changes how the U.S. defines good moral character, which is required for citizenship. Now, even a single DUI conviction can automatically disqualify someone from becoming a U.S. citizen. That means someone who has lived here for 20 or 30 years, paid taxes, worked hard, and raised a family could be permanently barred from naturalizing just because of one mistake. Immigrant communities and human rights groups are outraged. They say the law punishes people too harshly and doesn't separate minor mistakes from serious crimes. But supporters argue that it's a matter of accountability and public safety. They say anyone who wants to live and build a life in America must meet the highest standards of responsibility. Not every part of the law is negative. It also brings faster visa processing, new job opportunities for skilled workers, and more transparent immigration systems. Still, for most families, the stricter deportation rules will have the biggest impact. For millions of immigrants, one truth is now clear: the margin for error is gone. A single mistake could destroy years of hard work, stability, and dream. This law is a wake-up call. Until you become a U.S. citizen, your legal status can still be taken away. Every action, every choice, now matters more than ever. As the U.S. redefines its immigration future, the question remains, is this the start of a safer, fairer system, or the beginning of a much harsher era for immigrants? Only time will tell.